All right, Hotel Brothers and Sisters Black Power. This is the second half, part two of the video. And we're going to try to pick up where we left off at. Now, as you know, you can look at these two children and see that they are not Michael Jackson's children. You know, anybody, Stevie Wonder could see that. You know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You know, however, that is the self-hatred, the level of self-hatred Michael Jackson had. Now, don't get me wrong, he's phenomenal, one of the greatest entertainers, one of the best dancers ever that the world has ever seen. However, you know, he had a high level of self-hatred. And he wouldn't have never gotten the trouble that he got into if he had chose to be around his own. The black community wouldn't have done him like that. You know, and so, you know, the love for these motherfucking ice monkeys has caused him and contributed to his death, to his ascension. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, HBO is doing a special on Michael Jackson. See, it's just another piece of propaganda to spit on his legacy, to put Elvis back on the throne as the king of pop and all this stuff. And, you know, Michael Jackson is, and see, the family agreed and signed all the papers for these devils to once again throw salt and shit all over Michael Jackson's legacy. But then the family responded like they had no idea of this HBO special coming out. When in fact, the family had to sign the documents and the contractual agreements to allow this special to take place. And see, you see how these motherfuckers play games, and how our own people play games like we're so stupid, and that we're that dumb to believe that they are outraged at the same time getting paid. Now I want to share this story with you all about a homegirl. It's a home queen. She's very strong sister, Barbara Elaine Smith. She had a chain of restaurants in the Washington, D.C. area called B. Smith's Restaurants. And she was with her husband of 26 years, Dan Gatsby. They were together 26 years. And this sister ended up with Alzheimer's. And so they had to close her business up. Her business is shut down. Mind you, she's a multi-millionaire. Her business is shut down, and her husband of 26 years, Dan Gatsby, had the nerve, while taking care of his wife, moved this ice ape bitch, this cave bitch, into their home. Alex Lerner. This is the cave bitch's name, Alex Lerner. This cheese eating looks like a senior citizen ape. He looks like a senior citizen chimpanzee / ape would move this motherfucking ice dog in that woman's home that they've shared while she's suffering and struggling with Alzheimer's. And just because, nigga, you taking care of your wife is that's what you're supposed to do, bitch. You pump motherfucking cheese eating house nigga, shoe shining, jungle boogie ass motherfucking nigga. You jigaboo house slave motherfucking nigga. Spook bitch. That you would do some shit like that, man, and move this motherfucking Alaskan snow dog up in that woman's house like that. And the only reason why she's fucking with your ink spot motherfucking spook ass is because you got money. Cause a white bitch, unless she's a trailer park, jelly sandwich eating, overweight, stinking motherfucking no shoe wearing bitch, a Jerry Springer contestant bitch, will only fuck with a nigga that doesn't have anything. But these conservative motherfuckers, these Colgate Smile conservative motherfucking no dust shaking ice monkeys, they only fuck with a nigga that got money. And why you grinning like a motherfucking chess cat? Cause you are so proud to have this motherfucking lot lizard as a motherfucking girl. Why that queen who sacrificed, pumped 3 restaurants, grinded for years to make sure your denture wearing motherfucking ass, you hammer-toed, ugly motherfucking black piece of shit, could have a little something. And you wait till she becomes ill, partially terminal. She's still kicking. And while you got this goddamn ice dog up in your motherfucking house, it's probably St. Bernard hair all over that woman's bed, because this bitch is probably shedding all around the house because it's winter. Hair all in the bathtub. It smell like fucking old fish and nasty motherfucking German Shepherd odor in the goddamn house. And you think you have arrived, like you did an upgrade from that queen. And my words to you, nigga, is fuck you. Michael B. Jordan, speaking of these motherfucking house niggas, he played the Black Panther, he played Oscar Grant and all that, Fruitvale Station, phenomenal actor. But see, I deal with you how you are individually, morally, and socially. That's what counts the most, because acting, that's all it is. You're acting, you're portraying to do something or be someone else. And you're no worse than this nigga. The sisters that dealt with you in the hood when you was coming up, that you were better than them. And so you get the Kardashian bitch, whatever her name's, Kylie Jenner, whatever this motherfucking colorless motherfucking ice dog. This Becky here, you take her out on a red carpet motherfucking event. Y'all some trifling motherfucking niggas, man. You some weak fuck trifling ass niggas, man. And you on the beach with this motherfucking dog, knowing you gotta get this bitch in, you gotta get this bitch to some shade before she turn into ashes, cause that heat will cook this motherfucking bitch. And this is what you niggas do. This is how you niggas are. You forget all about your identity. Once the black community supports you, and that's what they did with the Black Panther, Fruitvale Station, Creed, and they done all that. But I knew by the way you dress, when you start wearing that borderline faggoty gay shit, I knew, that it was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time before you got to the after party. Because with that Black Panther, and then when you did that gala shit, I knew right then and there that you was headed for the caves. You were going to the cave to get you a motherfucking woman instead of going to the hood. All these queens out here, all of these gorgeous queens out here, and y'all pick these poodles, these house pets, to marry, let them take you for bad, let them rape your goddamn bank account and play you out of position. Then they take the millions and they go to the next nigga. And their grandchildren, none of them have to work. Their lives are already set up. And while you do some fuck nigga shit, like go to some elementary school and shake some little children's hands that don't know any better, or give out some goddamn turkeys. I get so sick of you niggas doing this, or selling the community cheap when you get a little something. But you in that circle now. You in that circle now. Because when this Aunt Jemima embraces you like that, you've made it into that circle. You made it into that circle. That means all the rituals you participated in. I don't know which one it is, whether you chewed on a piece of a dead baby. I don't know if you ate shit, drank piss. I don't know if you were on the director's couch. But I look at your career. I look at the track record. I look how you've been at the top of the list to be chosen for movies. And that lets me know your connection with the so-called white Jews. It ain't that you standing up, you're African American and, you're representing the black community and being the first black this and no. You just going along to get along and whatever they got to offer so you can live in peace. And the people that help you get there, you don't give a fuck how they live. And I'm talking about the black community. Because everybody and their mama went to see the Black Panther. But you end up with a white motherfucking panther. A white kitten. The 21st of February, brothers and sisters, is Malcolm Ascension Date. February 21st, 1965, in that Audubon Ballroom. That winter day where Malcolm was savagely murdered, brutally murdered in front of his wife and children. By these tragic, I'll get down and give you the culprits when I do the video on that day. But I just want to let you know that I will be doing something about that tragic day. Prison slave labor, brothers and sisters. Prison industrial complex makes money by contracting prison inmates to these major corporations. In Prison Nation, that's where we at today. This is where we at. Brothers and sisters, we are in a fucked up situation. The Prison Nation, that's where we at. We got over 3 million of our brothers behind enemy lines in these concentration camps that we call jails, prisons, and penitentiaries all across the United States. And what they're doing, these corporations, a lot of these people that you patronize are hiring and paying these prisons off for the labor of inmates. In other words, if you got a relative that's in one of these penitentiaries, whether they privately owned or whether it's a federal institution, it's a 90% chance that they may be working somewhere for one of these corporations, making pennies an hour, while the prison gets hundreds of thousands of dollars for each inmate that is working. Wendy's, Macy's, Verizon. These people are culprits. Excuse me. Especially Wendy's. Have you ever, Bob Thomas, before he passed away, the way he designed his hamburgers, have you ever thought about why his hamburgers were square? Because Bob Thomas was a Mason. He was a Scottish Rite Mason. And that's why his hamburgers are square, perpendicular to the square of the Masonic order. We have inmates that are making motherboards, making wireless internet boxes, cable boxes, making alarms for the clothes in Macy's. Some of them are even making, some of the female prisoners are even making the clothes. McDonald's, Walmart, Microsoft, Bank of America, Nintendo, Chevron, Kmart, Whole Foods. They all have prisoners putting together and working for the corporations. Once again, I told you, Microsoft, they have inmates and prisoners making motherboards, making PCUs, making CPUs, making laptops. McDonald's, they have prisoners not working in the restaurant, but cutting up the meat, cutting the rat meat up and the human fetuses that they mix with the McNuggets. See, those McNuggets that you buy out of McDonald's is not cut chicken. That shit is like an oatmeal paste first before it's freeze dried and breaded. So, understand the nutricide, how they're taking us out. Same way with Kmart, Bank of America. They have inmates that are putting motherboards in these ATM machines, that are making these plexiglass windows that go in the banks. Same with Nintendo, making joysticks. Chevron, same way, putting together, making gas pumps. And they're making pennies per hour when those jobs pay 6 and 7 figures a year. They'd be lucky to get $3,000 or $4,000. They'd be lucky to get $3,000 or $4,000 off a job that pays $600,000 and $700,000 a year. Whole Foods the same way. They have prisoners that are digging up the plants, working on watermelon trucks, getting these vegetables and fruits, picking these grapes and all this type of shit, picking greens, pulling greens up, carrots, onions, for 20 cents an hour. A job that would normally pay $25 an hour. With Obama, who put $3 billion into prison labor when he was in office. And you all still look up to him like he was the second coming, and he should have been the first going. He signed the gay rights bill, and I'm going to do another video on how he was caught up in a gay love affair twice. And so, if you look at my archives, you can watch that video as well. But I'll redo the video if you want me to. However, he signed the gay rights bill, gay marriage act, giving gays more rights than a black man. And see, you all think that he's a black man because he has African features. That's because his father was African. He came out of the womb of an ice age. What part you don't understand? That's what a person is. Whatever they come out of the womb, whatever that person is, that's who that person is. It's forced prison labor. You know, it's not like these brothers and sisters can say, no, I'm not working. Then you go into solitary confinement. You go into the hole. And I'm going to tell y'all, give y'all a brief run on how that prison life is in the hole. No toilet in the cell. It's a hole in the floor that they flush every 3 days. You are allowed 9 sheets of toilet paper a day. And that's it. There's no lights. There is no mattress. You lay on a concrete slab. And these brothers have to work. They have to do this. Or else they do not go home, and they go into the hole. There's Whole Foods employees right here that are prisoners, milking cows. A job that pays easily 5 to 6 figures a year. They may make, once again, if they're lucky, $2,000 or $3,000 a year. Same with making clothing. The days of the license plates are over with. Although prisoners still make them, but that's a thing of the past. They make uniforms. They make mattresses for hospitals and prisons. And so this just didn't start. This has been going on forever. Forever. But it's going to take us. It's going to take us out here to go and force their hands and get our brothers and sisters out of these concentration camps. By just sitting back talking, making all these speeches and having the same niggas on this State of the Black Union talking. Same niggas. Tavis Smiley, Cornel West, Minister Farrakhan, Harry Belafonte, Roland Martin, Judge Mathis, the same niggas. Because they won't let no one like a Shaka Sankofa or Darren Muhammad or, one of a strong brother. Because they cannot control what they gonna say, what they may say. Strong Brothers, Irritated Genie, Taj Tariq Bey, and the list goes on. They will not put brothers like us on the national forum because of the truth that will be exposed and the people that will be exposed. All of these bourgeois house niggas that are collaborators with the enemy, that are active and major participants in the destruction of their own people. If you are a heterosexual black man in this country, you are public enemy number one. Each day you go out your door, there is a 50% chance that you may not be returning. And that's based on police terrorism. I'm not even going to say black on black crime, because police terrorism, believe it or not, is more dangerous than a black on black crime. Because once this cracker pulls you over, that's it. Just like in Charlottesville, when the cracker ran over everybody with the car. Trump said that those people were nice people, nice Americans. And this is what y'all have to understand. Trump is just saying what the rest of them were afraid to say. That's it. Plain and simple. It's not that he's more of a devil than the rest of them. He just says what the rest of them feel. Because Bill Clinton was impeached. He incarcerated more black men than anyone in the history of this country. Anyone. At least Trump hasn't done that yet. And see, Trump is not the symbol of white nationalism. He just lit the fire that was already there. He just poured gas on the fire that was already there in the hearts and minds of these crackers. They've been looking for somebody like him to make America great again. Do you all know what that shit means? That means master and servant. That means the black man is to serve coffee and ride on the back of a trash truck and be a mailman or a cab driver or a chauffeur. And that's it. And the black woman is to stay at home, cook biscuits and all this bullshit, and be the black June Cleaver without the outfits. And so he's a long time coming for a lot of these white nationalists. And so stop thinking about this Democrat, Republican bullshit. Nancy Pelosi and all of them are the same. All the Democrats are the same as the Republicans. Wake up. I'm going to be doing another video on relationships and personal relationships. And I'm also going to do a partial autobiography of myself. And but personal relationships. How do you interact with yourself, with your other half, your spouse or your loved one, significant other, with your siblings, with your family, with the community? Who are you for real? What consists of you? What are you made of? Are you really down for your people? Are you really riding for your people? Or you're just a mouthpiece that you want to be the most intelligent person in the room at family gatherings, and you're not doing nothing in the street? How do you treat your spouse? How does your spouse treat you? Are you a passive fuck nigga, a pussy nigga, mama's boy? Or are you a man? Because if, like the great Dr. King said, if you're not willing, if there's nothing that you're willing to die for, you have no business living. Hotel, Black Power.